Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. It's Friday. Phone number is 888-528-2557. It's Open Line Friday.
Open Line Fridays calling you. Bring your faith, your fun, your politics too. From Southern Cali, we bring the light. Every Friday, feeling so right. Right.
That's right. On Fridays, we do Open Line Friday, where you can call about anything. Open Line Friday is sponsored by Berglund and Johnson, the personal injury attorneys with offices in L.A., Orange County, serving Southern California. Protect your family by calling 1-800, the number 4, and the words if hurt. 1-800, the number 4, if hurt. All right, an Open Line Friday, you can call about anything you'd like. You can call now, 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. Open Line Friday, we let you pick the topic, and you can feel free to change the topic. It can be a Bible question, spiritual question. You want to talk about something in the news, something fun, something on your mind, go ahead and call, and we will bob and weave and change the subject just as you call up and add to the conversation. So phone number is 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. Let's go to, I'm going to play this clip. I want to set it up first so that you understand. Are you watching the CEOs eating the food, their hamburgers in particular? Are you watching this on social media? This clip is the CEO of McDonald's. His name is Chris Kempczynski. He goes by Chris K. Now, if you haven't seen this video, I want to describe it. If you're watching, you can watch it on our live stream at PastorScottShow.com. Just click on the link there for it. Otherwise, maybe you've seen this. So you got the CEO of McDonald's, and he's trying out this new burger they got called the Arch Burger. That's what it's called. This guy, what you need to understand, he looks like he's never eaten at McDonald's his whole life. He looks like Mr. Rogers. Remember Mr. Rogers? He's very thin. He's wearing a sweater, just sort of very straight-laced, although he's very businessy, but he's kind of like Mr. Rogers. You know, you can imagine that after he's done eating the burger, he's going to turn around and there's going to be an imaginary land where there's a clown and a guy dressed up like a Hamburglar and Fry Guys and some kind of puppet show, just like Mr. Rogers. That's who this is, and he is going to try their new burger. This is what it sounds like, clip 2.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it, here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame, poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and, of course, some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing, I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good.
So he takes the tiniest bite. Like, this is the thing. He says, I don't know how to attack it. And he's holding this hamburger together, and he takes the tiniest bite out of it, and he turns it around, and you're like, that's hardly even a bite of that burger. And so what's happening is everybody else is jumping on this guy's case about it, saying, and all the other CEOs from all the other fast food places are kind of mocking him, and some of them are funny. This is the guy from who is the CEO of Wendy's. Let's go to 22-1.
That's a burger. Of course, we're starting with our Wendy's square patty, fresh, never frozen beef. Absolutely nothing better. Oh, of course, you got to have a Frosty with a burger. Is this set up today? Oh, wait, our machines are always working. I've been waiting for this
he
all
mocks
day.
the machines never
Wendy's
work at McDonald's.
fresh, never frozen beef, our Applewood smoked bacon, our brand new bun, our square burger cooked on a flat grill. Amazing, absolutely wonderful.
And he takes a bite out of it. He makes all those comments, right? It's fresh and all this and that. And, we had, he has the bacon burger, right? Is that the Baconator? Is that what that is? Wendy's is the Baconator? We had the guy on our show one time who invented the Baconator. In fact, he was the guy who invented stuffed crust pizza. I was really amazed with this guy. We've had people who have sent people to the moon, and the guy who invented stuffed crust pizza right here on the Pastor Scott Show. That's been pretty special, for us around here.
Okay.
So all of these people do it. Makes me wonder about it. Now, here's the thing. McDonald's guy is getting all kinds of grief about this. However, it's probably the best piece of advertising they could ever have because now almost the whole world knows everything about the Archburger. They've heard about it. Like you couldn't pay for that kind of advertising. It would take hundreds, millions and millions and millions of dollars. I wouldn't know what the Archburger is. I'd have no idea what that is or even care, probably. But because of this, I do. Now, it's made me think about it a little bit. It's Open Line Friday, by the way, in the Pastor Scott Show. You can call about anything you want. If you don't want to talk about burgers, you can bring up any subject you want. Call now, 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. What is the best fast food burger out there? Because you got all these CEOs doing it. I think it's pretty interesting. What's the best one? Like, we don't need to come up with like the definitive answer because it changes a little bit, you know. Remember, and they don't really like it when they change it. I think that's why they come up with new ones. A long time ago, they changed the Whopper at Burger King, and I remember Mr. T did not like it at all.
I like the Whopper the way it was. Fool.
I don't know if you remember all of that. 888-528-2557. Let's go to clip 22.2.
No, that's good. It's good. Got a little bit of bacon.
That is a big bite.
I clicked the wrong one, but that's the CEO of A&W, and we'll come back to that guy. Let's go to where 22.2. There you go.
Not bad, right?
Only one thing missing. A napkin.
That's the Burger King guy. He takes this huge bite out of the Whopper, and he's got stuff all over his face, all the sauces and everything, and he looks like a guy who probably has a Whopper once in a while. I think the Whopper's pretty good. I used to eat them more often, but you know, it's not a bad burger for fast food burgers as far as those things go. This is I think this is the A&W guy. Here we go. 22. Actually, go to 23. This is the Smash Burger guy, who I think he's the CEO of Smash Burger, and they drag him out there saying, "Look, all the CEOs are doing this, and this is what he does."
Hey guys, Jim Sullivan, CEO of Smash Burger. Apparently, this is what CEOs are doing now.
Apparently, this is part of my job now.
That's a juicy Smash Burger. You only take big bites when it's great taste.
They're all mocking the fact that the McDonald's guy did not take a big bite of that thing. So they take it. I think it's funny, though. He's like, there must have been a meeting, right? They come into the CEO's office. Hey, we want you to make a TikTok. And and he's like, I got to do what now? I got to go actually film myself eating a messy hamburger. He says, all right, I guess apparently this is what the CEOs are doing these days. And he does. But he looks like he eats those hamburgers. Hey, what do you think, Jose?
I don't understand the McDonald's CEO taking a small bite. I'm assuming because you know how McDonald's and Burger King, all these fast food places, they got test kitchens where they use that place to make new items. I'm pretty sure they use fresh ingredients, so it shouldn't be that bad. I don't know why he's making it look like it's not a good burger.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think people are like, you should make it look good. They have a test kitchen. Remember, the McDonald's CEO said his test kitchen was Portugal and Canada and Germany. They tested that sucker on the Germans first, and it was okay for them, and didn't kill anybody in Canada, apparently. So, of course, how would you know with the national health care? Everybody died of a heart attack before they could get their appointment.
I'm really excited about the Burger King ones. I heard they made they revamped their Whopper. Last time I had a Whopper, very disappointed. But they're now using better ingredients, I've heard.
You think so, huh? Let's see what Mr. T's opinion is of it.
I like the Whopper the way it was. Fool.
I had a Whopper a couple of months ago. My parents, for some reason, got into eating at Burger King, which, you know, at some point you just stop doing that. Or you just start. Like at some point you stop, but at some point you get to a certain age, you're like, I'm going to die anyway in 10 minutes. I might as well have a big Whopper. And you know what? It was pretty good. I liked it. I'm like, why don't I eat this more often? Probably because I don't want to die now. But it was a good burger.
Me and you had different experiences.
You did. Yours, but you haven't had the new one. You think they've revamped it and got a little bigger?
No, some YouTube food reviewers have reviewed the new Whopper, and they're saying, you know, the bun is better. Just the ingredients overall are higher quality. Well,
that's probably a good move for those people. All right, it's Open Line Friday, 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. You can call about anything. Let's go to the phone. Paul, and Paul, where are you, Paul?
Hey, Paul. I'm in Los Angeles, beautiful Los Angeles.
Paul in L.A. Welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Thank you. I just wanted to answer that question. What's the best fast food burger? I would say In-N-Out Burger any day of the week.
In-N-Out Burger. You know, I think it probably is. I have not seen their CEO, Lindsay Snyder, yet eat one, although I know that she does. We've had her on the program before.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that she is going to do a video. She'll probably have a whole bunch of people eating them, though. We'll see. I'll have to, maybe she already has.
Yeah.
I just haven't. Okay, so one vote for In-N-Out is the best fast food burger. Thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show on Open Line Friday. 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. You can call about anything, but if you're wondering what to call about, hey, what's the best burger out there in the fast food world? 888-528-2557. But because I said we can talk about anything, we'll change the subject for Alfredo. Alfredo, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hello, Pastor. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. I just have a question. I've been on scrolling on YouTube, and some videos come up where there's Jewish people in Israel either hitting Christians because they're preaching the word, or even nuns that they spat on. I was wondering, what's your opinion on that? Is it true?
Well, I haven't seen any of those videos in particular. You know, Israel is Christians are welcome there in a lot of ways because we have Christian sites there, and the tourism is fantastic, you know, for Israel. But I'm sure there are people there who don't like Christians, and there's people there who don't like Jewish people, right? There's stuff like that going. So I think one of the things you're maybe seeing is that there are people on the right and left today who are attacking Israel. Some of them are trying to be more about government decisions they don't like, but otherwise it is a massive influx right now of anti-Semitism. And you can find it on the far left and the far right, and they tend to agree on certain things that are really terrible. So I'd be careful about those videos. And, you know, there are Christians in this country who are attacked and spat upon sometimes. It doesn't mean that the country is anti those people.
All right.
You know,
Thank you very much.
so so I, you know, just be careful what you see online, especially when you are doom scrolling out there. And today there's just a lot of bad stuff. Thanks, Alfredo, for calling the Pastor Scott Show, 888-528-2557. And if you find people who anywhere who hate Christians, what does Jesus tell us to do with our enemies? He tells us to love them. Because at the end of the day, the people who might spit upon you, you want to be like Jesus, and who said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And we have the message of truth, and we want our Jewish brothers and sisters to get saved if they don't know Jesus. We want them to accept Jesus Christ, and many of them do. We have Rabbi Gary from Messianic Temple Beth Ariel right here in Los Angeles on our program and on our station quite a bit, and he's got a great testimony, and we're going to have him again here pretty soon, I think. 888-528-2557, Pastor Scott Show, Open Line Friday. Go to pastorscottshow.com to connect with us online. Daniel in Calabasas. You're Daniel, not Danielle.
That's right.
That's right. Sorry, I got that wrong. I'm going to put myself in the jail cell here for a moment. Sorry about that.
All right.
Daniel, what's the best burger out there?
You remember me as the sushi guy.
Oh, you're the guy.
Yeah.
You're the guy. Okay. I don't even remember how that came up, but you have tried sushi all over the place, and one of the places you recommended was the sushi at Ralph's.
Yes, that's right.
As far as grocery store sushi goes, you know what's funny is every time I see a Ralph's, I think about you. And I think, am I going to go inside there and I'm going to buy my wife loves sushi. I do not. And I always think
you got to try it.
I should go to Ralph's and get her some sushi and see. But I'm not going to tell her. I got it at Ralph's because she won't eat it. Like she'd be like, grocery store sushi. Why would you get that? I'm just going to put it on a nice plate and say, look, I got you something. I think I'm going to do that. Christy, if you're listening, I'm going to have to fool you with that, but we're going to try that. All right, go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, see if she likes it. See if she likes it because it says Zen Sushi, so she will think that you got it from a store, you know?
Yeah. All right, what's the best?
Even if you don't. Yeah. Well, now, yeah.
We're talking burgers today, though.
The hamburgers. Yeah, I'm a sushi and hamburger guy, so I should have told you that last time. And I've tried all the hamburger spots from all over the valley also. And I want to tell you, there's 3 best ones, but the ultimate best one is Shake Shack.
Shake Shack is a good burger. Which one do you like there at the Shake Shack?
I mean, I prefer always a double hamburger.
Like the
I forgot
double
the name of it, but
the Shack burger. It's a shame that I know that off the top of my head. Actually, that's probably not a good thing, right? But there you go, right?
I mean, I'm always getting a number 3 at In-N-Out. That's like my second favorite, and then my third favorite actually is competing because Jack in the Box is getting a little bit better.
Oh yeah, Jack in the Box. Do you like the Jumbo Jack or the sourdough Jack or the buttery Jack?
I like the double smash Jack.
Oh, I don't think I've had that, but that's the one you like.
And it's with bacon. Yeah, it's super good. And you have to make sure that the bun is buttery.
Yes, it's the buttery smash. That's why they advertise that in the title there, the buttery thing there.
Yeah, because it tastes like a brioche bun. It's like the best.
It does. Imagine how many burgers at all these joints we're selling right now, and they're not paying us anything. Jack in the Box, you hear that? You should be right here on our show right now.
You keep using the word.
Yeah. All right.
Well, let me tell you that I do focus and testing, so I'm always trying out their burgers whenever they call me to test out, and they pay me for it.
Wait a minute. They pay you to go test their things?
Yes.
Oh,
now
this is different.
At Saxon Figures in Sherman Oaks, Galleria, and then I do it in Calabasas, Focus and Testing, and all these other different places that you can try them out, and they pay you to have the drinks.
All right.
Even like that one drink that came out, I tried it like 2 years before it came out, called Steri. You know Steri?
No. Oh yeah, it used to be Sprite, it's like the new Starry. The Starry or Steri?
So the reason, Starry, Steri. The reason why everybody's drinking it now is because of testers like me that is telling the company that's making it is how to make it sweet or not sweet.
Daniel, you are a powerful person. Do you know this? That you have. So everyone is asking this question: how do you get a job like that? Where do we apply?
Yeah, you can apply at focusandtesting.com. Hopefully, you can put my name out for the referral.
Yeah, hopefully, or maybe they're going to call you and say, you know what? Don't put our name out there. We got too many people, and thanks, but no more free burgers for you.
I know.
Yeah.
All you got to do is say that you haven't done the test before, and you keep on doing it.
Wow. That's incredible. This isn't your full-time job, though. You do something else, or do you just eat burgers all day for free?
No. I'm in the medical profession. You know,
of course you are.
I invent things.
Are you also testing out
the hospitals and facilities?
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe you might be testing arterial sclerosis machines or something. Goes along with all the burgers and eating all of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, of course, there's like a point in time where I am fasting and staying healthy, and then whenever they call me, then I end up having my cheat days.
Yeah, where you binge on all the Jack in the Box burgers, like every one of them, you know, on the same time.
I know. I'm telling you, they give you 3 or 4 burgers that you have to finish. So if you don't come hungry, then you're kicked out of the test.
Wait, you have to finish it? You can't just like take a couple of bites and go, this is a 9.2.
Well, not finish it, but you have to have 3/4 of the burger. So you have to almost completely finish it.
Wow.
So and I do that for Subway, for Jack in the Box, and, for other big chains.
That's incredible. That's a great job you've got there. And you work at a hospital. So, whenever it catches up to you, you'll be ready for that.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
All right. Hey, Daniel, thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show. Open line Friday, 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. Oh, we just lost the next one. Ken, call me back because I want to talk about, he had a best burger idea, but he also had another complaint that I share about a great restaurant that we don't have in California that we ought to have in California. 888-528-2557. It's Open Line Friday on the Pastor Scott Show. You can call about anything. You don't have have to call about burgers. It can be something, a Bible question, spiritual question, something in the news. If you want to bring up something we talked about earlier in the week, you can go ahead and do that. And of course, you can tell us what you think is the best fast food burger around. I don't know if you can beat Daniel since he's had them all, at least 3/4 of them. PastorScottShow.com is how you find us online, PastorScottShow.com. We'll be back as the Friday edition, Open Line Friday, continues in a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Pastor Scott Show. Pastor Scott Show, Open Line Friday, 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557, 22-3.
Alan from A&W here with, you heard about it, here it is, the Teen Burger. We love this burger product, which most people call a burger. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but this is actually my lunch. That's
the A&W CEO making fun of the McDonald's CEO who called the burger a product, which it's such a businessy thing to say. This is our new arch product. And I guess it's a product, you sell it out there.
Isn't A&W the restaurant that's like half KFC, half A&W?
Sometimes. I see those a lot. Half KFC, half A&W, and that's how they share that space there. Sometimes you can find a good old just A&W as one place.
And isn't A&W like the root beer, just a straight-up root beer?
It's got the frosty mug taste. That's what they got. A&W is good. It's a good burger. I would rank it much higher than maybe what most people would think. And that guy, that CEO, when you look at him, he definitely eats there regularly. That's what I think. All right, 888-528-2557. Open line Friday, 888-528-2557. You can call about anything. Bible question, spiritual question, something in the news, something else that you want to talk about. Today is your day. You get to call and change the subject. 888-528-2557. Ken in Ojai, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
How you doing?
I'm good, Ken. Thanks for calling back.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was going to say Wendy's is my choice of burger with lettuce, pickles, and a thick slice of tomato.
Yeah, you like the square burger there.
Exactly, pretty juicy and everything like that.
It's like a Minecraft burger. They made it in Minecraft. It's like a Minecraft burger.
I guess, but also Carl's is good. You got to turn it upside down because they put all the fixings on the bottom. So
that's right.
The flavor of the meat.
Yes, that's a good hack there for Carl Jr. Because also if it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face or something. They say.
Yeah, yes.
It's kind of messy.
But that's not why I called.
All right.
I remember a while back you mentioned something, and I agreed what you said, and I was thinking, why don't they build Waffle Houses in California?
It is one of the biggest tragedies of our state.
I take offense at our policies and strategies.
We Waffle House. Where have you eaten in a Waffle House?
You know what? I used to drive truck, big rig.
Yeah.
So I was always back east somewhere, Arkansas, Oklahoma, whatever. They'd be on all four corners on some places.
Like it doesn't matter which freeway exit you take. There's a Waffle House at all four of them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like no joke. That's completely true.
Yeah, and you know what? I know they got them in Arizona.
They do, and I've never eaten in one in Arizona, and I should. My parents are out there. In fact, I need to make just a plan to do that. Have you ever eaten at a Waffle House? Where you see them in all four corners. What I always found is I pick the one that's like full of people because there's one that's full of people, and then there's another one where somebody got murdered last week, so nobody eats there anymore.
Oh well, that's a good place not to go.
Yeah, it's an issue with Waffle Houses sometimes.
I was going to say because Waffle House, it's a friendly folk area. It's you can always strike up a conversation with, if not somebody in the booth, at least somebody across the table there.
That's right. And you can sit up at the counter, and it's right there. They're cooking your food right in front of you. It's really
exactly. You see what you're getting.
It's as good as a Benihana. That's what I think.
Exactly. There you go. But I was going to say, you know what? I also, in trade for that, I go to Trader Joe's, and I get the Belgian waffles. And then what I do is I get a Belgian waffle and I butter it on both sides, and then I put it on the fryer or on a pan.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of crispy it on both sides, and then throw on some syrup, and pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's not as good as a Waffle House, but
of course not. But It's the best you can do, unfortunately, here in California until they, I don't know, lower the business tax or something so we can get a Waffle House.
Is that what it is? Business tax?
It's hard to open up in California. It's really hard. Like we have Cracker Barrels now. There's only 3 of them, I think. Yeah, there's one in Rialto, there's one in Camarillo, and one in Victorville. And I don't know why I know that off the top of my head. There's got to be people out here like worried about me today. Like, what is up with Pastor Scott? He knows where all of these things are.
Well, I know you're from California.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're originally from California. But everything back east is such good eating.
Yep.
And you'd think, with all the businesses that are leaving California, they would try and entice people to come into California.
You would think so, but anybody in this state who owns a business, if you've paid attention to what you pay for that same business in another state, maybe with the exception of New York, New Jersey, you're shocked. You're shocked. I had a business once. It was an online business, and I didn't even pay to make it an LLC because it's like $800 a year or something like that. I sold it to a guy in Idaho. He paid $125 one-time fee for an S corporation, and he was done. In this state, you got to pay every year huge amounts of money, and he and I was stunned at how easy it was for him to incorporate and make a business.
You know what? I run a small pool business, walking on water pool service, and I went back to visit a friend in Atlanta, Georgia. And then I started asking questions about some of the pool guys that's working out there. They only work like 9 months out of the year because 3 months it gets kind of freezing.
Yeah.
And they make way more money than I do. And everything is way cheaper out there. I should say not cheaper, but inexpensive. And I just felt like California just robs everybody.
Well, hopefully that will change soon. And if it does, maybe we'll get a Waffle House and Culver's. Somebody's saying we need a Culver's. That's another one. You know what I like? There's a chicken place called Zaxby's. You ever eat at Zaxby's chicken?
No.
It's good. Next time if you're out of state, find a Zaxby's. Down south somewhere. The Zaxby's chicken is really good. Ken, thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show. And if you've never eaten at a Waffle House, my first experience at a Waffle House was in Kissimmee, Florida, whatever, however you say it. I go in there, and a Waffle House is tiny. I don't know how many people can fit in there. It's maybe 30 people eating at a time. A lot of it's at a counter, and then there's a few booths. They have a smoking section in most states where you can still smoke, and the smoking section is right next to the regular section. It's not even big enough to have, a difference. Not only that, I go up to the counter, and this lady, very large person with tattoos on her arms, cooking my food, and she's got a cigarette hanging out of her mouth while she's cooking over the grill. I am not kidding. And when I got my meal and I had eggs over easy, I didn't know if that was pepper or cigarette ash. I'm just telling you. And you know what? I thought this is culture right here. They don't have anything like this in California anymore. This is the best. I'm just going to eat it and not question it. And it was a great waffle and great hash browns and great eggs, and it probably cost $4. It was incredible. 888-528-2557, Pastor Scott Show. It's Open Line Friday. Call about anything you want. 888-528-2557. Michael David?
Yes, Pastor. How are you doing?
I'm good. Where are you at, Michael David?
I'm at home. I'm getting ready to deliver some wood to a company here from a house construction.
You here in California? L.A.?
Yeah, I'm here in Northridge.
You're very close. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you're doing this to me. Now you got me after I deliver that wood. Now I feel like hamburgers. I know what the best one is. That's the Tommy burger. But you just don't get the regular burger. You can get a double, or you can add the triple, but I get the quadruple, and I have them layered out with the cheese. And you don't have to get the chili. It's even good without the chili.
Is it?
But
no.
I always get the chili.
I thought you were going to say you're going to get four patties, and they're going to bring it out, on a lift or something.
It seems like it when you're trying to pick it up. You gotta get good at it.
That's right.
I was thinking of breaking a record. Now you got me thinking about maybe I should try 5. Whoa. Boy.
Yeah, well, you probably should check with your doctor first, before you do that. Check the, check the content on that before. We don't want to, Hopefully, you know Jesus. You know, at the end of the day, the worst thing that happens is you go see Jesus. But you know, be careful out there with that, Michael David. Enjoy your day, though. So, Tommy's Burgers is your with or without the chili?
With the chili, but
you got to have it. If you're going to go to Tommy's, you got to have it with the chili.
Yeah,
seems to me
but
that's
I'll
the
buy
point.
It separate to bring it home. I'll eat one separate just to taste the burger, to taste the meat. And
yeah,
it's excellent.
Yeah.
I think it's very good. The others are good out there, great, but when we talk Tommy's, and not too often I get to go over there, but now it looks like I'm going tonight because that's your fault.
I know. I bet all the fast food places in Southern California are going to be filled with Pastor Scott Show listeners tonight. You should, in fact, everybody, thanks for calling, Michael. Everybody should go get the podcast at pastorscottshow.com or go check out our YouTube channel where we're uploading shows and just play the Pastor Scott Show loud at your table. You know, get some advertisement for that and be everywhere to be a phenomenon, you know, right here in Southern California. 888-528-2557. Bridget in Santa Ana.
Hey, hi.
Hey, Bridget. How are you?
Well, I listened to you and I thought, you know, I got to add to this because I've eaten all over the world and hamburgers are in my top 10 of foods.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing better. When I travel and I come home to the United States, it's either a Chicago dog if I'm landing in Chicago or the local hamburger somewhere. So I said, I got to call up and say, because I think I've said my favorite's one that nobody said, the Habit. I like the Habit.
Oh, the Habit Burger. We got one of those right by our house. Habit Burger's good.
The Habit?
Yep.
Yeah, Tommy's and, of course, In-N-Out, being raised in California.
That's right.
You know, you can go for big, super gourmet burgers, but you said fast food. So a drive-in, drive-out.
Yeah, the gourmet, that's a whole nother conversation there. I mean, you're spending
That's a whole nother
$40 or
conversation,
$50 on a burger, but those are good.
But for, you know, under $5, you're in and out. And it's consistently good. I like the charcoal. I like the charbroiled thing. So
yeah.
I used to like Whoppers more.
Well,
and I used
Bridget,
to,
I gotta go to a break, but I appreciate you calling, and I feel like you're the first woman who's called with the burger suggestion. So thanks for breaking the ice on that.
And you need a taco day. You need a taco day.
Oh, we'll do that another time, though. That's cool. We do need to find that out. All right, 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. Open line Friday. We're live. We'll be right back. Hey, before you go, one of the things that you need to do is deal with your sleep apnea. And sleep apnea is something that millions of people suffer from. And sometimes you don't know, but there are symptoms. You snore, and especially if your wife or maybe your husband is poking you in the side because you're snoring and keeping them up, that's a sign. Or if your dentist is telling you that you grind your teeth, or if your doctor looks in your mouth and says, I think you have sleep apnea. I don't know how he could tell, but I've had all three of those things happen. Fortunately, I went to go see Dr. Eddie Simon for his solution because I didn't want the CPAP mask. I wanted to see if there was another way. He's created a mouthpiece that is custom made. He doesn't pull it off the shelf. You sit in his chair and you go get examined, and he makes sure that it fits your mouth properly so that it's comfortable. It moves your jaw and your tongue in the right position. And for me, it relieved my sleep apnea, completely stopped my snoring, and I feel great. And that's important because sleep apnea can kill. Call Dr. Eddie Simon at 800-92-SMILE. That's 800-927-6453, or go to tmjexpert.com, Dr. Eddie Simon. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Pastor Scott Show. Go to pastorscottshow.com, pastorscottshow.com. It's open line Friday, 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. Hey, before I get back to your calls on Open Line Friday, I want to talk to you about Sanctuary Metals. You might be in a situation where you're looking at the stock market, looking at other things and saying, I got to protect my retirement. And maybe you've got one of those retirement accounts somewhere that is just sitting there because you left your job and you don't know how to manage it. Well, I want to tell you about Sanctuary Metals. Sanctuary Metals specializes in helping you move part of your IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver, not just paper investments that rise and fall with the stock market. So if you've got an old retirement account, or if you're over 59 and a half, you may be able to roll it over with no taxes and no penalties if you qualify. It takes about 15 minutes over the phone to get started. The team walks you through everything, and your silver and gold, your precious metals, are held in IRS-approved vaults, so you don't have to even keep it in your house. It gives you real peace of mind. Call Sanctuary Metals today at 800-801-9860. 9877. 800-801-9877. And when you call, make sure you tell them Pastor Scott sent you to see if you qualify for a no-fee-for-life precious metals IRA. Sanctuary Metals, you can go to sanctuarymetals.com or call 800-801-9877. All right, back to the phones. Open Line Friday. You can talk about whatever you want to, and that means you can change the subjects. We've got a lot more on burgers, so hold on there with the what's the best hamburger discussion. But I want to make sure that we are able to change the subject, which we can do on Open Line Friday, 888-528-2557. Edith in the Valley, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hi.
Hi, Edith. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You're in the Valley, huh?
I am.
The Valley, capital T, capital V.
Yeah, I'm just. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I'm just calling in because I just wanted to know how you deal with big life decisions and making a big decision when maybe you're praying and God is silent. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, that's a great question, and so many people have to deal with that, right? Sometimes the reason that God is silent is He just wants us to trust Him, and to make the best decision we can. So, what kind of decision? Can you tell me? Like, what kind of like generally? Is this buying a house? Is this a relationship decision?
It's more of a personal decision. It's like a life decision. Well, I feel that God has called me to do a Bible study in my home, and I feel like He wants me to do that soon.
Okay.
But I also feel that I kind of want to travel this summer, so I kind of want to not really do that, and I kind of just want to go work in Alaska this summer or Montana or something like that. I just want to not. So I'm just not sure.
Yeah. So you feel like God wants you to have a Bible study in your house this summer, but you've got plans to hang out in Alaska or some other place this summer.
Right. And yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me throw you a couple of options. Okay. Oh, I think we just lost her. So hopefully you're still listening. You got disconnected there, Edith, but let me tell you this. If you feel like God wants you to do it, you should, if you really feel like that, well, then you should do what God wants you to do. But maybe you should pray this way. If you're going to stay in Alaska or someplace all summer, I assume you're renting a house, Verbo or something like that, or staying somewhere. Maybe God wants you to also do a Bible study wherever you're going. Maybe it is you should do a Bible study this summer. But wherever you go, wherever you stay, I assume you're going to find a church somewhere you'll attend on the weekends, and maybe you can find a small church somewhere that just needs you're going to go to some place, or maybe it's even a big church. Sometimes places are just looking for someone to host. Maybe you can offer that. I would pray more specifically about that on the one hand. On the other hand, if you really feel that God wants you to do something, then I think that's more important than going on your trip. I think sometimes we think we're not hearing from God when actually what we're hearing is no, and we just don't want to accept that. I'm not saying that's the case for you, but since you seem to feel like God does want you to lead a Bible study, you know what? Then you probably need to lead a Bible study. And if you're feeling like it's not that clear, well, then be more specific. God, do you want me to lead a Bible study from my church in my house this summer? And so I stay here? Or do you want me to go ahead and go on my trip to Alaska or wherever and lead a Bible study there? Now, you don't want to manipulate God and all those things. You can, you want to be honest in your prayer life, but I would just see about that clarification and do ultimately what you think God wants you to do. There's great reward in that, and there is great disappointment in the times in our life when we don't do what we realize God wants us to do. That would be my thoughts there. I hope that's helpful. 888-528-2557. This is the Pastor Scott Show, 888-528-2557. It's Open Line Friday. We'll talk about whatever it is you would like to talk about. 888-528-2557. Terry in West Hills, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and turn your radio down there, Terry.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
You've got a burger. We were talking about
caller.
best burgers. Oh, go ahead.
Yes. First time caller.
Oh,
Long-time
first-time
listener.
caller. Here you go. There's your fanfare. Welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Love it. Thank you so much.
All right, turn your radio down. Would
Number
you?
one. Oh, okay. Number one hamburger that I tried is Fat Burger that has not been mentioned.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Fat Burger has not been mentioned.
Fat Burger. You already said it. Fat Burger. Oh. So
Yes.
you like the Fat Burger. You're probably helping them out because Fat Burger is struggling a little bit these days.
Oh, I did really. They're delicious. They're not greasy. Really good. The sauce is good. They're not stingy. The fries are amazing. I recommend Fat Burger.
You know, if they call it Fat Burger, it's probably good. But maybe it's not the best marketing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't hear that. That's so sad.
Well, you know, maybe you just saved them because right now there's 100 Pastor Scott Show listeners who are going to Fat Burger and they weren't planning to until just now. And that might be enough.
There's a reason why.
There's a reason
Why.
why. You never know. All right. Thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show.
Thank you
Terry.
for picking up the phone.
Yeah, 888-528-2557. Johnny in L.A., welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Yeah, hey, Pastor Scott.
Hi,
It's,
Johnny.
Johnny here, and not a first-time caller, long-time listener.
You're not a first-time
But,
caller.
Not a first-time caller.
We
Just
don't
looking
have
out
a
for
not
it,
a
but,
first-time caller fanfare, but we do
oh, my
appreciate you.
goodness. Yeah, we ought to have one of those like wah, 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 wah. But you know, I don't know if you've ever seen the 4 imprint commercials where the young intern, is blown away because he thinks all the signs are coming out upside down until the boss flips one around and he's like blown away. That's how I felt when I was listening to Ken talk about the Carl's Jr. burger being flipped upside down, that hack.
Uh-huh.
That's beautiful.
How many people are going to try that tonight? They're going to go to Carl's and go, what happens if I turn this upside down?
You guys sold me. But what I wanted to talk about was, do you remember talking about the old classy restaurant-style burgers? Do you remember Hamburger Hamlet?
Oh, a long time ago, Hamburger Hamlet.
I knew you'd remember it. Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I'm up there too. I'm in my 60s, but yeah, that was one. And Fuddruckers.
Yeah, I remember that place. I think that place is gone or mostly gone.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah.
And the Hamlet is gone, I think, totally.
Yeah. But if I could throw one out there for the best burger in the San Fernando Valley on Ventura Boulevard, it's called Boulevard Burger. And it's just a really small little mom and pop shop. It actually used to be a Fluky's back in the day. But they have a really, really good double cheeseburger. And, it's on Ventura Boulevard between Cadoga and Topanga. And oh, my goodness, just a little old man that runs the shop. But that's the best burger I've had in the Valley.
That's cool. That's cool. You know, places like that, you know, they're making those burgers. Sometimes it's a homemade recipe and it's really good.
That's the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Johnny, thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show. 888-528-2557. It's open line Friday in the Pastor Scott Show. Henry in California, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hello, Pastor Scott. Thank you for taking the call. I have a question for you. Is it a sin to stop loaning someone money who repeatedly borrows from you, and then on the day that they say they're going to pay you back, they don't show up, they don't call you, and might go weeks at a time, but they do pay back eventually, and then it's just over and over. And each time that they don't pay back on time, I start, getting frustrated because, I'm saying, hey, you said on this day you're going to pay me, but you don't, and you don't even communicate with me. That's what the part that makes me upset is that they don't communicate with you and say, hey, at least text me, say, hey, can I get another week? Nothing. But my question is, if I just say, hey, I can't loan you no more because you don't pay back on time, is it a sin?
Have you talked to this person about it? You said, hey, how come you doing this to me?
All the time.
Yeah.
I brought it to them, and I said to them, that what bothers me is you don't communicate with me. Communicate with me. Hey, just call me, text me, just let me know. Hey, if I need more time, I'll give you more time. That's not the problem. What bothers me is that you don't say nothing. And this has been going on for a long time, and it's not even a large amount of money. It's the principle. It's not, I started off loaning this person $50. They asked me for $50, and I saw how this was going over and over, and I dropped him down to $40. And now he's at $20.
Yeah. You know what I think,
Credit
Henry?
union.
This is what I would do, Henry, is it's not a sin, but you have to decide. You're loaning him money, right? So I think it would be wrong to not confront the person and talk it through. But maybe what you should do is either you just make it a gift and you say, pay me back when you can and just let it go, or stop giving him money and say, look, I can't loan you money if you're not going to pay back on time, and make an agreement on that and hold him to it.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can make it a gift. You can say, you know what, I'm giving you this. I want you to pay it back when you can, and then wash your hands of it, and then assume that you're not going to get it back. Or I don't think you have to loan anybody any money, and say, hey, if you're not going to keep your end of the bargain, I'm not going to keep giving you money until you can pay back when I ask you to. I think it's reasonable for that person to do that.
All right. Thank you for your opinion. I really.
All right, Henry. Thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show. All right, 888-528-2557. It's Open Line Friday. Got a lot of calls about burgers and other things, but you can call about anything you want. We'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, we're going to give away free tickets to Called and Equipped in the next hour. And we heard from Lulu. Jose and I'll tell you about that when we come back, too, in just a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. It is Friday in the Pastor Scott Show. Phone number is 888-528-2557. It's Friday. That means it's Open Line Friday.
Open Line Fridays calling you. Bring your faith, your fun, your politics too. From Southern Cali, we bring the light. Every Friday, feeling so right. Right.
That's right. It's Open Line Friday on the Pastor Scott Show. Phone number is 888-528-2557. Open Line Friday is sponsored by Berglund & Johnson, the personal injury attorneys with offices in L.A., Orange County, serving Southern California. Protect your family by calling 1-800, the number 4, and the words if hurt. 1-800, the number 4, if hurt. All right, the number 4, the Pastor Scott Show on Open Line Friday is 888-528-2557. You can call now. We're talking about whatever it is you would like to talk about. 888-528-2557. And you can call about a Bible question, spiritual question, something else that is on your mind. You can go ahead and talk about that. Whatever it is, you can ask me anything on Open Line Friday. 888-528-2557. All right, I'll get your calls here in just a moment, but I do want to give you this special reminder that daylight savings time begins this weekend. And you know what that means? It means you'll probably be late to church if you don't remember that. I thought about that. I plugged it into the AI machine.
AI is kind of a fancy thing. It's, first of all, it's 2 letters. It means artificial intelligence.
And this is the song it came up with, part of the song for what happens when you forget about daylight savings in the weekend before church. Number 1, or that, whatever number that is. Here you go.
Pulled in the parking lot real slow, trying not to let the ushers know. Everybody singing nice and...
Oh, it went away. What happened to it? All right, AI, you, I'm going to put the AI in the...
I don't like it, and I'm not doing it.
All right, that's what AI said. We'll come back to that a little bit later. And I'll tell you what, I'll put the whole AI song up on our social media tonight or tomorrow. 888-528-2557. Our social media is at Pastor Scott Show on your favorite social media. All right, 888...
I don't like it, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah, there you go again. What's happening over here? I think that just my... we have like this touch screen for all of these buttons, and it just seems to do whatever it wants to at any time.
These people are crazy.
All right, 888-528-2557. We'll come back to that, but remember, it is daylight savings time change this Saturday night. Mark in Winnetka, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hi, Pastor Scott.
Hi, Mark. Go ahead.
I have a recommendation for you and your wife that you'll enjoy in Northridge. The spot is called King's Burger Got Sushi.
King's Burger and Sushi. So I can get a burger and she can have the sushi.
Got Sushi. It's King's Burger Got Sushi.
King's Burger Got Sushi?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll look it up. Jose says he's been there. So this is
right on.
So this is a date spot.
Yeah, you got your burger that you love, and she'll have her sushi.
I suspect my wife will appreciate that more than the Ralph's sushi, even though our friend Daniel says the Ralph sushi is amazing. So I'll check that out. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Mark, for calling the Pastor Scott Show. Is that place any good? What do you think, Jose? You've been there.
You know, I'd say it's pretty good. Like, you show up there, and they got like a big counter right there where you can eat right there. but then they also have like a side area where it's like kind of a restaurant. So you get order sushi, but then they also give you another menu for like burgers and fries.
Yeah.
So you could have whatever you want right there. But my favorite burger spot out of all the places, you know, the Skechers outlet.
No, I don't know. They have burgers at the Skechers outlets. It's desperate times.
Yep.
Get some shoes and a burger.
The Skechers outlet in Gardena, they got that little side food court.
Okay.
It's like a Costco food court outside, but they serve burgers right outside the Skechers store.
Oh. You know, sometimes you got to get some shoes and then you're hungry.
That's right.
I guess so. All right. Hopefully they don't taste the same. I've had some burgers at some places and you're like, this could be a shoe. 888-528-2557, Pastor Scott Show. It's Open Line Friday, and we're all talking about burgers today, and you can join in on that, or you can change the subject to anything you want. 888-528-2557, 888-528-2557. Nathan, driving on the 405. Are you driving or just sitting on the 405?
Well, I'm doing about 9 miles an hour right at the
9.
end in the 405 at the moment. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's 9. All right, good for you.
Yeah. So last year you had thinking about the Father's Day gift, and I wanted to call in, just never did it, and I thought I'd bring it up now. My daughter, she's 28 now. When she was in kindergarten, the teacher had bought these bamboo back scratchers about 18 inches long, and the kids pinned it up, Happy Father's Day, love you, Dad, and all that. And that has been absolutely like the best gift I ever got. I still have it, still use it to this day.
We talked about the back scratchers a while ago. I don't know if you were listening. I don't know, 2 months ago, somebody brought that. I think the question was, what's like the best product out there that you'd never think about? And somebody brought up that bamboo back scratcher. That's phenomenal. So we've got two votes for that. All right. Well, happy Father's Day. Maybe you should get another one this year. It's coming up, you know.
I just wanted on the hamburgers. There's a place down in Orange County that they have like 5 locations called Paul's Place. And I'm a big mushroom fan. I love mushrooms, and they make a really good mushroom burger. And they also make fried mushrooms. They serve it with shredded Parmesan cheese on top. And man, they're good. You just got to watch out, though, because when they first come out, they're little lava bombs. So you'll blister the inside of your mouth if you're not careful.
I had one of those at some place where it was like a portobello mushroom thing, and that's like deep fried, but it's loaded with some kind of cheese. And if you bite into that when it's too hot, you will you'll destroy yourself.
Yes, you will.
Tastes good, though. All right, Nathan. Good luck getting home. Maybe you haven't called maybe you just thought about the Father's Day because you've been on the traffic since Father's Day last year. Just about.
Father's Day is coming up, and I told my kids this year I'd like a new coffee pot because mine's about 10 years old. So,
I give you some kudos there. You going all in on the Father's Day thing, because I usually shrug my shoulders and say, let's go out to eat. Probably get a burger on Father's Day or the week after, whenever we get around to it, if anybody even remembers it. Nathan, thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show. 888-528-2557. It is Open Line Friday. You can call about anything you'd like. 888-528-2557. And go to PastorScottShow.com. PastorScottShow.com. You can follow us on social media, podcast, our live stream. You can watch the Pastor Scott Show at the links are at PastorScottShow.com. Brand new YouTube page. So if you're on YouTube a lot, give us a follow on there. We're going to be uploading our content there. We've got a few things up there already. 888-528-2557. Open Line Friday. Matt and Carson, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hey.
Hey, Matt, how are you doing?
Hungry.
I bet everybody's hungry now listening to our show. Go ahead.
Just to add to the debate, I used to like a place in downtown LA. It was called Pete's Grand Burger. They give Tommy's Burgers a run for their money. They used to make an excellent chili cheeseburger. I think it was on 6th and Bixel.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, excellent burger, but they closed down. And I think they need to open up a Cheddar's restaurant here in California. They have it in other states, but they don't have it here.
Is it Checkers? Checkers restaurant?
No, Cheddar's.
Cheddar's.
Cheddar cheese. Yeah. Popular back in the South and back east.
I think I've seen those before down there. So you're right. Maybe they should bring it here. And so this place you're talking about is closed, though, so we can't go down there.
Right. Yeah, It's closed down.
All right.
It used to be really great.
Yeah, well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. All right. Thank you, Matt, for calling the Pastor Scott Show. 888-528-2557. 888-528-2557 is the number you can call about anything on Open Line Friday. Carol in Orange, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hi, Pastor Scott.
Hi, Carol.
I was just hearing your show. I got off work, and you were talking about burgers.
Yeah.
And I don't eat burgers a lot because I'm a vegetarian, so I usually get the grilled cheese at In-N-Out, which is good. But somebody was talking about a Carl's Jr. burger, and you said, oh, everybody's going to go out tonight and buy Carl's Jr. And I love their jalapeno poppers, but I've been boycotting because their commercials are so perverted.
Are they still that way? I remember those a few years ago. I never see their commercials. That was, they definitely had some commercials that were not about hamburgers.
Right. No, right now they still have them. They have where the guy spills ketchup on the car, and they take it through a drive like a car wash.
Yeah.
But the girls are in really skimpy clothes.
I
and
see.
It's like, it's not about burgers.
You know, that's right. You know, I remember those ads, and I was thinking to myself, I suppose some people that sells some burgers, but I bet it turns a lot more people off. And actually, I met Carl Karcher, who started Carl's Jr. a long time when I was in college. He came to our campus, and I got to meet him. I got my picture. I remember seeing those ads, thinking Carl would not have approved of that advertising campaign.
I don't think he would.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, Carol. And now, wait a minute. Since you're a vegetarian, do you like the Impossible Burgers or the Boca Burgers or, black bean burgers? Do you try any of those?
I've tried them years ago, but my thing is I had a bad experience, and so they still smell like the meat. And so I won't eat them.
Yeah, you kind of. My rule is, if you're going to eat a non-meat burger, just make it smell like black beans if it's made out of black beans.
Right.
You don't need to fool anybody. Just try to make something that's tasty and good for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
In-N-Out makes a really good grilled cheese that I
You can get it you can get a grilled cheese at many places. It's just a hamburger with no bun, with no meat.
Right.
All right, Carol, thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show. 888-528-2557. 888-528-2557. Haven't heard from anybody in San Diego yet. I spent 25 years in San Diego. There's some burger joints in San Diego that are really good. Really good. I think there's a place down there called Burger Lounge. I think we have them in LA now, but Burger Lounge is really good. And it's a little bit pricey for the hamburger, but I used to go to a Burger Lounge in La Jolla, grab the burger, and then just go sit at the beach and enjoy that. I used to have meetings. We'd go to Burger Lounge, get these amazing burgers, and then we'd go sit down and have them out there. That's a great hamburger right there. 888-528-2557. It's Open Line Friday. That means you don't have to talk about burgers. If you got something else more important on your mind or different on your mind, you can call today. We'll answer your question or talk about whatever you'd like. Bible questions, spiritual questions, something in the news you want to talk about, anything at all. 888-528-2557. Matthew in Thousand Oaks, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Yes, thank you for taking my call, Pastor Scott.
Hi, Matthew.
Best burger place that I know of that is privately owned is called the Munchbox. It's in Chatsworth on Devonshire.
The Munchbox.
Yes.
All right, Chatsworth and Devonshire. All right, so maybe somebody's around there and check it out.
And the other one that I haven't seen in a long time is the Island Burger.
Oh, Island Burgers. Yeah, there's an Islands down the street from here, actually. They're still around, I think.
Yeah, not that many of them anyway.
Not as many as there used to be.
Call.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Matthew. 888-528-2557 is the number. Jackie in Compton, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, Jackie. How are you?
I'm great. I'm calling because I'm hearing about all this burger talk. And I was just thinking, what's the best burger I ever had? And it's not a restaurant. It's when I was younger, I had my kids. I was a young mom. We made a tradition with my mom every Saturday, at least mostly every Saturday. We would just all get together, get the grill out, start grilling those burgers and grilling those hot dogs. And I'm not really a burger lover, but when I think back, I say, wow, I haven't had a burger on the grill like that for the longest. I mean, it really brought up the memories. All the family would come, my sister, her kids, friends down the street, and it was just so fun. And I was like thinking about this. I say, you know what? I haven't done that. I haven't got the grill out, and I haven't done that in a long time. So I was like, you know, I think I'm going to do that this weekend. I think I'm going to get the grill out. I'm just going to get some charcoal, get some burgers, say, hey, Jane, my sons, hey, you want to come over? All my grandkids and, you know, even Doris, she's a friend of mine from the church. I say, hey, you want to come over? Yeah, just thinking about that. That was the best burger that I ever had. But I think it was more just all of us being together, you know? Just yeah.
You know why in the Bible you see Jesus sitting down and eating with people all the time, with his disciples, eating with the tax collectors, eating with the tax collectors and sinners, eating with everybody, because when you can sit down and have a meal with people, it's great.
That was my mom's thing. That was always my mom's thing.
Yeah.
And you know, so I just wanted to share that. Love this conversation.
Your mom's a wise lady, and you know what? Don't give up on the dream of getting that barbecue grill out and grilling this weekend.
I'm gonna do it.
It's gonna be a good weekend, and you know what? Go get some burgers, make some extras for the neighbors, or get some hot dogs and throw them on there, and just let people come and have them. It's so worth it. Jackie, thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show. 888-528-2557. 888-528-2557. Open Line Friday. We'll talk about anything you'd like on Open Line Friday. You can ask a Bible question, spiritual question, something in the news you want to talk about, or anything at all. Or you can keep talking about burgers. It's your day. 888-528-2557. But now I have a special announcement. We are giving away tickets to Called and Equipped. Called and Equipped is our ladies ministry that is for women who serve in the church. And if you are a woman who serves in any capacity in your church, whether you are on staff or maybe a volunteer, you lead a Bible study or Sunday school class, or maybe you just have a role that you just are making sure that people are prayed for, or that you make the coffee, whatever you do. This is for you. Called and Equipped is a soul care gathering for women. It is coming up on Thursday, March 19th at 11 a.m. at the Brookside Golf Club in Pasadena. Brookside Golf Club is right next to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. It's at 11 to 2. Our keynote speaker is Becky Brown from New Life Live. Amberly Neese, comedian, will be there. She's hilarious. Many other voices that you hear right here on this station will be there. And we're giving away tickets. Now, this is a special number, so this is not the same number as the show number. It is only for tickets, okay? I'm going to give you this number, and what you need to do is text the word CALLED, C-A-L-L-E-D. Text the word CALLED, and we'll give you 2 free tickets to Called and Equipped coming up quickly here March 19th. The text number for the free tickets is 866-347-4959. 866-347-4959. You can text now. Text the word CALLED. Text the word CALLED to 866-347-4959. Text right now, 866-347-4959. And we will take the 9th texter. So texter number 9, you're going to get free tickets to Called and Equipped. And hey, if you don't get the free tickets, let me tell you 2 things. One is you go to kkla.com. You can buy your tickets right now, and you should buy them now because the ticket price is going to go up $10 next week. So you got to do it today before that ticket price goes up. So you definitely want to do that. Do that at kkla.com. Click on the Called and Equipped banner to do that. And the other thought is, if you're saying, well, I already got tickets or I bought tickets, you know what? Maybe you can try for the free tickets and then invite some friends. Or if you get the free tickets and you're thinking, you know what? I can just give them to friends, invite more people to come from my church, then give those tickets away and you buy your tickets at kkla.com. So text right now the word text the word called to 866-347-4959, 866-347-4959. By the way, we did this at the end of the show yesterday. Letty Benitez is our winner. So, Letty, congratulations. Glad you're going to get your tickets. So be checking your email and your text number for all of that information. There you go. We'll take text number 9. That phone number again is 866-347-4959. All right, back to Open Line Friday. We'll take your call on anything you'd like to talk about. 888-528-2557. 888-528-2557. Denise and Whittier, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hi, Pastor.
Hi, Denise. How are you?
I'm doing well. I wanted to talk about a burger that I had. It was a couple years ago. My company had a truck come out to our company, and it was called Nex, N-E-X-X Burger.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so good that even a couple years later, I always talk about it.
Isn't it funny how we remember like the best burger from years ago?
Yeah, it was, and I saw it in, I think it's Bellflower, and I saw it on the highway, on the street, and I was like, I gotta go there. And I tell my husband, we gotta stop there. It's got the best burger. We got the best burger. And so, anyways, that's my remembrance of the best burger I ever had, because I still remember it.
Well, Denise, thank you very much for letting us know about that. And thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show, 888-528-2557. It is Open Line Friday. You can call about anything, ask me anything on Open Line Friday. Subject is up to you, 888-528-2557. It is interesting, right? The best burgers that we've ever had. I remember a couple of places. You know, if you ever go to a fancy restaurant that's way too expensive and they happen to have a burger on the menu, you know what? You might be tempted to get the steak. You might be tempted to get, the lobster or whatever else they got that's expensive. But if they throw a burger down on that menu, if the burger's not like on the kids' menu, I'll bet that's a great burger. I've done that a few times and I have not regretted it. Just a little life hack for you there. 888-528-2557, Pastor Scott Show. Go to pastorscottshow.com to follow us online, live stream podcast, and more right there at pastorscottshow.com. We'll be back on Open Line Friday as the Pastor Scott Show continues. Welcome back, everybody. Pastor Scott Show. It's Open Line Friday. Call about anything you would like on Open Line Friday. 888-528-2557 is the number. 888-528-2557 is the number. Spiritual question, Bible question, something in the news, or you can change the subject. We're talking about best burger in town, but you can ask anything you'd like. We'll get your calls here in just a minute. 888-528-2557. Hey, I got a special update for you. I don't know if you remember. This probably was on an Open Line Friday. Was this an Open Line Friday? I don't remember. It was Christmas time. We might have done a subject of favorite Christmas candy or something, but we had somebody call. Her name was Lulu. Lulu, are you listening? Well, Lulu called, and she was looking for some recipe for a certain kind of candy or cookie that she had as a kid, and she couldn't find the recipe. So Jose and I and our crack staff here, we found it, and we mailed it to her. We gave her that. And she promised that she was going to make some and send it to us. Well, the funny thing is just a couple of days ago, Jose says to me, he goes, we never heard from Lulu. We never got our stuff from Lulu. And then lo and behold, I am not kidding, it shows up right here in my hand. If you're watching our live stream, which you can find on Rumble at Pastor Scott Show, you can find those links at pastorscottshow.com. I've got a little bag. Now, she sent we thought maybe it was some big pie. It was in a pie box from the Julian apple pie people out there in San Diego County. And these are the cookies that she sent. And I'm gonna eat one right here because that is what we should do. And I'm going to read some of what she wrote here. Just a second here. I'm going to put on my my Costco reader glasses because unfortunately that's what's going on in my life right now. I need to do stuff like that, right?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Dear Pastor Scott and Jose, I want to thank you for my candy recipe. I'm so sorry for taking so long to get these cookies to you. Just too many doctor's appointments after my surgery. The cookies I told you about are called memories. They are called memories because they are like the ones that Grandma made with the leftover pie crust. The cookies are in little heart and apple shapes. I hope you like them as much as I do. Sincerely, Lulu. And then it's funny because she wrote, P.S. Sorry I wrote this upside down. And the card's a little upside down. I do that all the time with cards. It's annoying. no worries about that. Lulu, this is awesome. So we got a ton of these, and I'm going to eat one right here, shaped like a heart. Oh, see, there you go. And all right, going to try this out, Lulu. See if this is really good. This is what we've been talking about, just like the McDonald's CEO. I'm going to take a bigger bite, though, than that guy did of his hamburger. Right here. Ready? You know what? It's really good. Lulu, this is really good. I see what you mean. It's made with, it'll taste like pie crust, but it's really good. It's very sugary. It's got like the candy. I think it's that you were talking about it on the air. I think that was part of the recipe, right? Did you try these, Jose?
Yes, I actually ate like one of the whole bags. It's very flaky. Kind of
Yes.
reminds me, if you're Hispanic, like the sweetbread, it's called like an oreja. Very flaky like that. I really liked it.
This is super good. I might end up eating the whole bag, and I should not. But we're talking about hamburgers for an hour and a half. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, they were really good. Thank
Yeah.
you, Lulu.
Well, Lulu, thank you. It's so awesome, and I hope that the surgeries turned out well for you, and that was part of that conversation. But we are so blessed by you, and like we are all of our listeners. And so thank you, Lulu. I'm definitely not gonna eat those now because the show will be over.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that is we got it half an hour to go and a bunch of calls on Open Line Friday. 888-528-2557 is the number. Open Line Friday. We'll talk about whatever it is you would like to talk about. 888-528-2557. Torella, is it Torella in Long Beach?
Yes, it's me.
All right. I hear it says this call is being recorded.
Yes. I want to record it because I'm on my phone so I can have proof to show my mother later.
Okay, and we always have the podcast, so they can find it at PastorScottShow.com. You can look it up today, and you can hear
Okay.
yourself and everybody else.
Should I take the recording off?
It's up to you. I'm okay with it. It's all recorded, but it's going to remind us in the middle of our conversation that it's being recorded.
Let me turn it off.
call
It's
is
off.
no longer
Okay.
being recorded.
I was calling because I have this business I know God gave me, right? I know we're talking about burgers. I'm going to move to egg rolls.
Okay. All right.
I love the Lord. I attend Love and Unity Church in Compton. Bishop Ronald C. Hill.
I love Love and Unity. I spoke there recently.
Yep, that's my church.
Yeah, it's a great church.
And so, thank you. And so I have this business, this egg roll business. I know the Lord told me to do. I heard His voice. I listened to it, and I start selling egg rolls. Ever since I start selling these egg rolls, every year it gets bigger and better. And everyone loves them. I make over 40 different kind of egg rolls. I make like bacon cheeseburger, chicken and waffle egg rolls, spicy carnita egg rolls, cinnamon roll cake with walnuts. I mean, I could go on and on. And so, I make chili cheese pastrami, home of the chili cheese pastrami egg rolls. And so, I could go on and on.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get some. I had a little issues and ups and downs, but I know I can't worry because I heard God's voice tell me so egg rolls, so I have nothing to worry about. The creator of the universe told me to do something, I did it.
All right.
So now I need a food truck. You know, I had a building. I was paying $1,800 a month when I could afford it. The past and for 13 months, and it was an empty building. I was trying to make it a restaurant, and I didn't know what I was doing. I just had the money, trying to make money moves. It was an empty building. It wasn't no gas pipes. It wasn't a hole in the ceiling for the fryer. And long story short, it didn't work out. So I thank God that for 13 months, I was paying $1,800 a month. I signed a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
So the man kept on coming to the building. Was like, "Hey, what you guys gonna do with it? It's still empty. We're paying $1,800 a month. $1,800 a month." And so, luckily, I couldn't pay it no more. I ran out of extra money to give him, so I had to
finish
renege.
it up. So, it sounds like you want a food truck.
Yeah, he didn't sue me. He didn't sue me or anything. I think that was thanks to God.
Yeah.
He didn't. He could have took me to court for the rest of the months of the year, and he didn't. And so, yeah, I just want all my saints and all my prayer warriors to pray for me and my business. And I would love to get a food truck. Pray for a food truck. I've been praying, and I just want everybody to touch and agree over this radio station to help me get a food truck or whatever God will in another building. Maybe the money will flow again.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I thought this was a cool platform to have prayer warriors to pray for me. Pray for me to get this food truck. I want so bad.
All right, Torella, I'm going to pray with everybody that you get a food truck. And I don't want people to think that's too big of a prayer. I actually know somebody who prayed that prayer and got a food truck. So I happen to know God likes the food truck business. Now that's not a promise for you. Maybe God wanted you to make egg rolls because you actually served somebody that you didn't realize, but you somehow shared the gospel or invited them to church because they bought your egg rolls, and now they're going to heaven because you did that. And I know your church has a parking spot in the front that's reserved for the soul winner of the month. And I like that.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to pray for you. And I want to hear if this, however God answers it, God doesn't promise us a food truck. And sometimes we don't know why he's wanted us to make egg rolls. But it sounds like you know how to make egg rolls. You're a cheesecake factory of egg rolls right there. So many different flavors. That's incredible. All right, I'm gonna pray for you here. It's Torella. Is that how you say your name?
Yes, Torella.
All right, God, I thank you for Torella, and I thank you for her heart and the skill that she has in making these egg rolls and the different flavors and how amazing those are. God, if it is your will that she continue in this business, and if the food truck is the way, God, I pray that you open up that door, that someone would give her a food truck or that it would be made available to her for a low price, whatever your goal is, that this would happen if that is your will for her. And God, we pray that that happens. And God, if it does, we want to do our show at her food truck one day. God, thank you for her and her heart, and keep her strong and faithful in everything that you called her, Torella, to do. In Jesus' name, I ask these things. Amen.
Amen.
All right. You let me know what happens, because you never know.
Okay.
All right?
Yes. And if anybody want to check my egg rolls out, I'm on Instagram under Rella Rolls, ROLLS, Gourmet Egg Rolls 1 on Instagram. I have pictures and videos of all my food and people eating them and what they think about them.
Okay. I'll bet those are really good. And that's probably better for you than all the hamburgers we're talking about all day today. Hey, Torella, thank you for calling. I really appreciate that. I hope she gets her food truck. 888-528-2557. David in Santa Monica. Welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Well, thank you.
All right, David. Go ahead, David.
Pastor Scott. Hi, Pastor Scott. I have a question about prayer.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot in these scriptures. About how we're called to pray. My question is: after this life, for a believer is concluded, will prayer be necessary in glory in heaven?
That's such an interesting question. Will we pray in heaven? One of the things we'll be able to do in heaven is just go talk to Jesus face to face. So it's an interesting thing to wonder about that. But the first thing off the top of my head is that we may not have to pray because we can just go talk to Jesus. And it's not like there's a long line because you have eternity. And the way eternity works is Jesus has time for everything.
Exactly.
In 1 Corinthians 13:12, it says, now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Right? There is some great thing coming for believers. Revelation tells us that we will see his face of the Savior. We'll be in the presence of God. So I would say that however it works, we're going to be able to communicate more directly. And maybe you still pray. Maybe you don't have to stand in line, right? You just talk to Jesus wherever you are. However it works in new heaven and new earth. But I think the relationship will be different.
Okay, but there's a
hold on. I got to take a break. I'll come back to you when we come back. Okay, hold on, David. I got to take a break. 888-528-2557. It's Open Line Friday in the Pastor Scott Show. May, Justin, Mary, Virginia, and others will get your calls as the Friday edition of the Pastor Scott Show Open Line Friday continues. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Final segment, Open Line Friday. Phone number is 888-528-2557. We're live on the Pastor Scott Show today, Open Line Friday, 888-528-2557. I want to get back to David in Santa Monica. David was asking about prayer. Do we pray in heaven? And the idea is it's going to be different because you're going to be able to communicate with God face to face. You're in his presence. You had a second part, David. Be quick. We got a lot of calls.
Okay. When we're in heaven, when we're praying, we're communicating with God.
Yeah.
But there would be in heaven. I believe it's in Revelation 21 and in Hebrews chapter 1 that talks about perfection in heaven. So if there's perfection in heaven, will there be a need for any prayer? Communication, I can understand, from the verse that you gave from 1 Corinthians. Now we see dimly, but then we will see face to face. But if we're in eternity, in perfection, then, if there is prayer, then why in a place of perfection?
Because prayer is not just asking God for help or for stuff. Prayer is talking to God about anything. And so you might ask him for stuff. I don't know how it's going to work, right? But you won't be sinful. You won't have troubles or sadness or tears or death. But prayer, and maybe a piece that people miss about prayer is your relationship with God. Prayer sometimes is, God, how you doing? Hey, God, I'm so glad you're with me today. Prayer is rejoicing. Prayer is worship. Prayer is just conversation with God about how your day is. I mean, there are so many things about prayer that is really about communion with God, and all of that will exist in the new heaven and new earth.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
thank you. I just, like I say, I wanted to see the differentiation between communication, and actual prayer. Because obviously, there'll be an opportunity, to meet, with the disciples, with Peter, with the Apostle Paul, with Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Moses.
Right, all those guys.
And that is certainly, so there will be conversations.
Yeah.
With
the
them
key
as well.
is, and David, I want to move on, but the key is prayer is relational. It's not just asking God for stuff. It is thanksgiving. It is worship. It is praise. It's conversational. It should be that way now. If your prayer life is maturing, you're not just asking God for stuff. You are thanking him. You're worshiping him. You're just telling him about your day. I mean, there's so much more to prayer than what sometimes we give it the time. And all of that part of it will exist in heaven forever. All right, 888-528-2557. And we have a few calls here, so be quick, okay, with your calls. May in L.A., welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Yes. Good afternoon, Pastor.
Best burger in L.A., what's your opinion?
Red Robin.
Red Robin. You and Jose, we need to have Burger Day at Red Robin. And
yes.
And the bottomless fries.
Absolutely.
All of that place has. Thank you. Hey, can you sing the song for us?
Great thing.
Can you sing it with me? Red Robin.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for calling. 888-528-2557. Justin in Santa Clarita, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, Justin. What's the best burger?
Five Guys is amazing.
Oh.
They got this double bacon. They got a double bacon cheeseburger there, and you can add mushrooms. You can add all kinds of toppings. And they do like free complimentary peanuts.
I know.
For anybody.
I load up on those peanuts at the Five Guys. You get to pick all kinds of toppings. It is a good burger.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, with inflation and new minimum wage laws, it's down to 3 guys, but it's still really good.
Right.
Just a little joke there. Hey, Justin, thanks for.
I also learned you can. If you put garlic and butter on just about anything, it'll taste good.
That is 100% true right there, Justin. Thanks for calling the Pastor Scott Show, 888-528-2557. Mary in Ventura, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Hi, I'm a first-time caller.
Here you go. Here's your fanfare.
Thank you. Your talk about burgers reminded me of my youngest son when he was 3. We had gone to my mom's, and his grandpa Ken was grilling burgers. And I have a picture of Greg with his white blonde hair, and he's looking over at Ken. And he looks at him and he goes, "This is the best birthday ever."
That's great.
And he's 46 now, but that memory just sticks.
It will stay forever. See, burgers, they help with your memories. You have a favorite burger joint in Southern California?
No.
Okay. Well, Mary, thanks for sharing that story with us. All right, 888-528-2557 is the number. It's Open Line Friday. We'll talk about whatever it is you would like to talk about. By the way, let me tell you what, you may not even think about this. One of the best burgers in Southern California is at the Ronald Reagan Library. It's the Reagan Ranch Burger. That thing is amazing. It's a great hamburger.
Now, who can argue with that?
You wouldn't think about that in a cafe at a museum, but it is a great hamburger. I've actually taken people to go up there just to have the burger. We didn't even go in the museum. We just had the burger. It's a great hamburger if you happen to be in that area by Reagan Library up in Simi Valley. All right, 888-528-2557. We'll talk about anything you would like on the Pastor Scott Show. A couple of minutes left. Virginia, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. I need some advice.
Okay.
It's regarding about my father passed away, and then she put me as second trustee. The first trustee is my older sister, and then my father left some apartment in Guam, 6 units, and then we have my mother. My mother is still alive, but my mother is sick. She got dementia. My sister she got a PA, power of attorney.
Yep.
I'm out of the picture. She's handling everything, and then we made appointment with her. Before the appointment, we gave her a month before the appointment. She did not show up. She didn't say anything. Oh, I cannot make it. Can you do a rain check?
Okay.
She don't want to talk. She don't want to talk to us.
Okay.
And then
and she's got power of attorney. She's the primary power of attorney.
Yes, but the thing is, we are sisters. Why are you gonna do that? My mom is sick. She got dementia.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, you don't do that to your sister. I love her, but the way she treats me, we tried to communicate, and then she told me that on text, she told me she's gonna put it back when my dad, put me as second trustee, but she didn't do anything.
Do you have I don't have a lot of time, Virginia, so do you have a copy of that document?
Yes.
Okay. What you need to do is talk to an attorney to see if you have any rights. In the personal way, you have to keep trying with your sister. Unfortunately, in these situations, families don't always get along, and they need to. And it's a horrible thing, and I'm sorry you're going through that. But if you're concerned that maybe she's not making good decisions, you should have an attorney, and I'll give you a phone number that you should reach out to just to see if you have particular rights, because you might.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Berglund and Johnson, they sponsor our show. They may or may not be able to help you directly, but they will give you somebody who's the right person to talk to in case they can't. Okay.
Okay.
And their phone number is 1-800-4-IF-HURT. Okay, it's 1-800-4-IF-HURT. Berglund and Johnson, they're Christians, so you can talk about your faith. Okay, everybody there is Christian.
1-800
the number
4.
The number 4 and the words "if hurt." You know how you can spell that out when you type on your phone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
1-800-4-HURT.
For if hurt, IF. And
if. Okay, IF. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Give them a call and just tell them what you told me, and they might send you to a different attorney, but they'll get you to the right place. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. It's a rough thing. As a pastor, I can tell you what, I've dealt with that a lot with families and the different things that they go through. It's important to get your documents right and get along with your family. It's just not worth it. Whatever you think you're doing and you estrange yourself from your family over these issues, I can promise you it is not worth it. All right, 888-528-2557, Pastor Scott Show. Open Line Friday. Got a few seconds left here. And Rick in L.A., go.
Red Robin.
Thank you, Rick. Red Robin Burgers. Thank you, Rick. Red Robin. Art and Irvine, welcome to the Pastor Scott Show.
Oh, Pastor Scott,
It's such a blessing to talk to you. I listen to you every day. But on the subject of burgers, I just wanted to correct one of your callers mentioned Tommy's Burgers in downtown L.A. Actually, the original one that's still in operation is on Beverly and Rampart. And I had my first chili burger there in 1960 at the ripe age of 6 years old. So
yes,
my stomach can't handle it
I
now,
think that there's a few that are actually the original Tommy's, and then there's some other guy named Tommy's who also has burgers.
Right.
So that's it. That is, in the burger business, a very important distinction.
It sure is. And I wanted to add, there's two other places that are fantastic for burgers. One in South Pasadena called High Life Burgers on Fair Oaks, who was on Diners, Dives, and Drive-Ins, so must be a good place.
Cool.
And the other one that I'm currently going to is in Newport Beach, and that one is called Mario's Butchery. And wow, what a burger. They make fantastic steak sandwiches, too.
I bet they do. Hey, Art, thanks for sharing that. 888-528-2557. Real quick, Bobby and Diamond Bar. Best burger.
Hey, Best Scott. Yeah, Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao. So do they keep bringing burgers out? Like if you finish one, they just come by with another one and give it to you?
I don't think so, but I could. Once I finished the one, I was full.
It's one of those Brazilian bar places, right? How much did that burger cost you at Fogo de Chao?
$10.
What? Oh, wow. Well, that must be why it's not all you can eat. Hey, thanks for sharing. Everybody, we're out of time. It's Open Line Friday, every Friday, and we're on the Pastor Scott Show every day from 3 to 5. Go to our social media. We'll put our daylight savings time. Remember to change your clock Saturday night. Go to PastorScottShow.com for all of our social media, all of our links, podcast, and more. PastorScottShow.com. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Good night.